Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and Aquath out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say Shalom, and may you be the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites, Bahashem, meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. All right, and this is just an impromptu, all right, because when I go online, like let's say for instance I just had camp, and I know other camps are in session, so I'll turn on YouTube and see, who's camping, who's out camping, right? Long story short, you always gonna have keyboard gangsters, right? The keyboard warriors. Precept, 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 and that's cool. That's cool. It shows that you're paying attention. It shows that you want to learn, and it shows that obviously you have an app to teach. All right, and that's the point of this lesson, right? If you get it in your spirit, all right, that you think you gotta that you have a little bit of understanding on something, you should be able to go out and go teach. Go find Great Millstone in your area, and just go to the camp. All right, get you some edification going. All right, and keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. Eventually, probably, all right, you'll probably be in the camp. All right, because you're making that effort. You're doing the things that's pleasing unto Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, let me get that. All right. Get this real quick. This is Luke. This is Luke. I'll get straight to the point. Luke 14:23, it says, and the Lord said, all right, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, says, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. So what is he saying? He's saying for us, once you get this understanding, right, this wisdom, you got a little bit of something, go out to the highways and hedges. Right? That's a real man of the Lord. A real man of the Lord is gonna go out to the highways and hedges. All right. To do what? To be seen by all, to be seen by everybody and anybody. When you go inside of a so-called church, that's only for for a specific type of people to go up in there. A homeless man can't go in there. He gonna get turned down immediately. Or you got some churches that's all Jake, right? No Edomites allowed. Well, I mean, they might be allowed, but since it's predominantly Jake, a lot of Edomites may not go in there, right? They may not feel comfortable, or it might actually just be all Jake church. Nonetheless, okay, they doing it wrong. A real man Lord is supposed to go out on the highways and the hedges, all right, and bid who? The hopeful elect, all right? Because when we go out there and teach, all right, there's going to be some that are good fish, and there's going to be bad fish. Good fish are the hopeful elect, all right? Those that hear this word, adhere to it, right, and came back to the statutes, laws, commandments, the obedience of Yahweh Shai. Then you got the bad fish, the 2/3 and the heathen. They're not going to listen at all. They despise this word, right? They don't want nothing to do with Yahweh Shai. All right. But nonetheless, going out to the highways and hedges, you're talking to anybody and everybody, right? Because when we out there teaching, all kinds of people are going to and fro, all right? Because we're in the chief place of a chief place of concourse. These people going to and fro on the earth, and they can hear. All right, whether they hear consciously or subconsciously or not. All right, meaning because they're blinded and they're deaf by Yahweh Shemel Shai. They hear us speaking, but they don't know what we're saying. They see us, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't comprehend in their mind what's going on. All right. But that's what he said. He said we're supposed to go outside the highways and hedges and bid them to the wedding. All right. So if you got a little bit of understanding, go find Great Millstone in your area. All right. And get connected, man. Get some edification. All right. And what is the point of that? This is the point. Romans 12:1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. All right? That's the whole point. We're supposed to serve Yahweh Shemel Shai. Right? So if you think you doing something by being a keyboard warrior, that's cool. You posting up all them precepts, but hey, you could do a world of service by finding your local great millstone and going out there and getting edified online, because then you might have a chance that where you can get in Great Millstone, right? You making that effort, keep showing up, all right? Keep showing that diligence, you know, and then on top of that, right? The whole point of this to go out to do this work, right? Because you got people in the world, they do what they covet things, right? This is the only thing that we are allowed to covet because it's spiritual, it's holy, right? Which is doing this work, all right? Which leads to, and this is going to be a short lesson. It ain't going to be long. Again, this is through the Spirit. Um, 1 Corinthians 9:16 says, "For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of." Why? Because it ain't about us. Yahweh Shemel Shai could have lifted up stones, man. All right, but so, because He chose us, right? You don't want to take this walk lightly. You do the work. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, because it ain't about me. I'm not doing this. The Lord put the Spirit on me to be able to do this. Same thing with Moses. Moses was stammering of lips, stuttering, right? And look what happened with him. See, Yahweh Shemel Shai chose a stuttering man to lead Israel out of Egypt, right? With the help of Aaron, his brother, right? We could do nothing of our own. It's all Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right? For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me. Why? Because it's the whole duty of man to serve Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. Because if you have this truth, you ain't supposed to let your light be up under a bushel. You don't put your light up under your bed. You let your light so shine before men that you can glorify Yahweh Shemel Shai, which is in heaven. All right, you got this understanding, this wisdom. You share it. You don't upbraid nobody. You don't sell it. It was given to you freely. You give it away freely. It's up to Yahweh Shemel Shai if that person can hear or see. That ain't your job. Your job is, hey, do you know Yahweh Shemel Shai? That's it. All right. You don't go upside their head and see if they got it. If they got the gift, they're gonna get it. Period. All right. Let's see. Something I really wanted to get in. This is Psalm 119, and straight to it. Oh, sorry. 119:60. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments. And when I got hold of this, when my cousin told me about, we not, we ain't niggas, we ain't Negroes, right? We ain't none of that. We Israelites. And I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "Go home and read Deuteronomy 28th chapter." I went home that night and read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, from beginning to the end. And when I realized through the Spirit that the scripture was talking about us, I immediately made haste. I had a pinnacle star. I immediately took that off, went downstairs, told my then wife at the time, I said, hey, we ain't having no pork chops. Pork dead, ain't no more pepperoni, none of that shit. I made haste because I was always wanting to know the truth. And so once I understood the truth, right, I made haste. And that's the thing about it. Once you have this understanding, you don't delay, you don't put off from day to day. You make haste, man. Right? You should be glad to know that you're an Israelite. You should be glad that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua chose your ugly ass, woke you up to this truth, and not have you stay asleep. All right? Yeah, make haste, motherfucker. All right? Put on for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You could still be asleep. He could have had you go to any other camp, a false camp. Could have had you still be a fucking wacky tacky Christian. Many things to consider. All right? But if you got this understanding, go hit the ground running, man. All right? Check in, ask questions. Hey, is this the breakdown for this? It is. Okay, now go teach that. You only teach what's taught, though. Don't try to give off no fucking wacky tacky ass breakdown if you don't know it. If you don't know the breakdown, don't teach it. Right? Because that will be held against you. Ezekiel 3:17 through 19. Right? You gonna go out there and warn the people? Warn them the right way. Don't be telling them no lies. Don't have no guile in your mouth. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get that. Hmm. Uh, yeah, actually, let me get that. This is First Peter. It's First Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. How? By using the scriptures, not running out the side of your neck. Man. Anybody ask you questions, you use scriptures. You don't talk out the side of your mouth, man. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth, that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahushua Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. All right? You got this information, this wisdom. You go out and you teach. Teach what's taught. Stop fucking sticking behind a goddamn keyboard, man. You could be more effective by being outside. You could make yourself a living sacrifice by going out to the line, going out to the highways and hedges. Anybody could be comfortable behind a keyboard and you know freezing outside, but you got the heat on in your crib, okay? Or it's hot as shit and you got the AC on in your crib. Anybody could do that, living comfortable, living nice. Go out there when it's freezing outside and teaching this word. Make yourself a living sacrifice. Go out there when it's hot as shit, raining outside. All right? Go out there and make yourself a living sacrifice for Yahweh Shemel Shai. You say you love the Lord, but then go prove it, man. You down for the Lord, go prove it. Stop being a keyboard gangster, a keyboard warrior, and go out to the highways and hedges. Prove yourself on the line. Lord willing, this is edifying, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachai, Hadash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word and truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Stay prayed up, repent. Abba, Kwam Yashua, Shalom.